Hello, Leo. How are you, Leo? Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, where is this going today? I cannot wait to see. Okay, so I just want to connect really quick. Okay, of course, I'm going to pull tarot and oracle. Okay, I'm seeing like a totem pole. Okay, and this totem pole, I'm telling you, it's like totem poles were used to represent family, members of family, like a hierarchy. Okay, they were used to tell stories as well. But there's something here very important about this, because there is a point where it's time to give away your position. You know, you kind of like wait until, okay, now you can't not give away your position anymore without compromising something. It's come to this point. Okay. And there is something here that Spirit really wants you to know, that the one that is remembered is the one that stands alone, the one that achieves the kind of wealth that you are destined for, is the one that, you know, nobody can relate to. Nobody really understands. Nobody's really like them. The one that really aligns with their higher self and pushes consciousness in such a way, you know, their life's purpose, they're living it, they're fulfilling it, right? They're out here and they are, you know, turning their desires into their reality, and it's just keeps rolling, just keeps rolling. A new desire comes in and they're making it a reality, a new one, reality. You know, contrast, they understand how to alchemize that into the reality they want. You know, people that do that, they stand alone. There is a certain period of time where they stand alone. Nobody understands them. They're not like everybody else. They're just not. And this is the thing. If this is your reading, you're going to know, because you're not like anybody else. You're very unique. You're such an individual. You're so unique. People can't understand the way that you think, you know, the way that you are, what you be. You know, when you go places, you're very alluring. You're very alluring because you're not like anybody else. You know, we have birds here on this planet. And let's say the aliens, the starseeds, decide to give us another bird species that's just gonna slowly release like one or two, right? See what happens. People are gonna be freaking losing their minds, right? There's something here about that that's about you. Okay? Yeah. And this is a gift. This is a beautiful gift that you have been given. And this is like, your destiny is to live by this example. You're living this life here and you're treating your life, your essence, the energy of how you're being in every moment. You're treating this like a rare. It's rare. It's a rare bird, because it is. And look at this, holding this bird. I'm telling you, something here is being, it's like you're being released, but it's almost like this alignment that you have achieved. It's very important. I'm protecting this. It's almost like there's something here where I'm seeing like all this ocean comes now, and now it's like you're on an island and you can't walk to where anyone else is. You're just by yourself on this island. And then it recedes. But while you were by yourself on that island, you know, things happen. You changed. You connected to parts of yourself that were there all along, but maybe you didn't know here, okay? Spiritual ascension. There's something here with your gifts, with who you are, with your connection, with your higher self here. You've achieved something here. It's like this supernaturalness that you have achieved, And now the water recedes and it's time to go out into the world now. And now it's kind of like showing them where you stand, you know. It's kind of like in Moana when everybody, you know, every chief that there ever was, right? They put a rock on top of this mountain that's all layered up, right? And she's like, well, she puts a seashell, right? But she was kind of not showing that in the beginning. She was like, yeah, I'm so happy living here. I love it here. This is great. You know, and it's like, no, there is a point where, no, it's time to show where you stand now. And isn't this so interesting because this kind of looks like a totem pole, right? But this is candles and this says agape and this is love. So this is everything is kind of lining up for you now. There were all of these events that happened, and that's the last event happened to complete the totem pole. And so now everybody can see where you stand. They can see where you stand here. You got the river here, wow, and you got the prayer. Oh, this is very interesting now. This is very interesting because a river is, you know, something that you go up across. And, you know, in the movies and the stories, when people travel along a river, they're never the same. You're never the same after you got into a river and you left the river. No way. Doesn't happen that way. Just doesn't. This is connecting you to your life force here. And then this prayer here. This is very interesting. You see somebody praying. You may do this. You may go out to a restaurant and you visibly see somebody praying before they eat. You may do that, or you may, you know, you just you hear of people praying. You watch a movie, somebody does a prayer, you know. And this is a sign for you. This is a sign for you because Spirit wants you to know we heard you. And I was seeing Lilo from Lilo and Stitch, and she prays, you know. And we have the eternal child here. And look at the candle here. And these are candles. You can see close. They're candles. So there's something here where you've been very much so misjudged. Like you're young, like you're naive. People really thought Moana, hey, this chick is not experienced enough to be the chief. She doesn't know what she's talking about, right? Nobody wanted to listen to her. Her dad didn't want to listen to her for sure, right? But you know, she actually went with the grandma, and the grandma told her to go in the cave and beat the drum, just like shaman used to do, the rhythmic drumming pattern. And then she had the vision. She saw her ancestors, and they told her, hey, we used to be voyagers. This is the answer to your problem. Well, you know, the youngest is the wisest of them all, right? This one that they thought was so naive was this child. But your childlikeness is what sets you apart. It's what makes you stand alone. But what makes you stand alone also makes you be the one who is remembered, the one who pushes consciousness and changes the story, the one who shatters something to build something new that is better, that inspires, the one that creates this wealth. Yeah, this bliss, this happiness in a whole other way because it's working with the divine. It's choosing to go on this journey that your heart is pulling you to go on. That's what you do. That's what you're here doing. There could be something here that startles you. All of a sudden, you drop something, all of a sudden it's very loud. All of a sudden you're startled. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to what were you thinking about. Pay attention to that's the Spirit shifting your energy. It's shifting your energy. Don't think that. Don't do that. Because there's a way here that you could be tempted to give in and not follow this being, this eternal child. And Spirit will literally shake you. Literally shake you. Have a loud noise go on by you. Something knock over. You. How did I drop that? Or you drop that? It's to shake you out of something here. Don't get derailed now. Spirit's not gonna allow you to be derailed now. This is already set in motion. This is already set in motion. This joy that you have, this bliss that you have in your heart, the way that you heal your heart, and you're embodying love. You're embodying pure love. And you could actually have been accused on several occasions of being hateful, of causing harm, of causing problems. But you were embodying love. How could they get it so wrong? This is because they're projecting onto you. This is because they're projecting onto you. Yeah. You know, you have friend, money, and cheerfulness. You have faithfulness here. You have fortune here. I'm telling you. But here is the thing. It's like you have to be a friend to yourself. You have to be a friend to yourself. You have to be loyal. Be loyal to what? Be loyal to your own joy. Be loyal to what is celebrating you. Yeah. This is how this is coming in. And way bigger than ever imagined. This is the thing. This is going to come in stages. It's not just one. It's not just one friend. It's like it may start with a dog, right? It may start with just a dog. That's all you got, you and your dog, you know? But then it becomes a friend comes. And then some money comes. And then a celebration comes, right? And then fortune. You know, this is building. This is building into something. And this is because of you lining up with and standing and unwavering from this. From that. That's what this is saying. Hey, don't waver from this. You have the fox. This is about the, okay, you have the fox. The fox, you know, the fox is bright red. Okay, so it's like, hey, we can see you. You know, so the fox cannot, you know, just go out into the village. The people are going to see the fox, they're going to hunt the fox. But the fox has other gifts, right? The fox is very intelligent, very clever, very cunning. So the fox can observe the village. And if the fox observes the village, you can realize that on Sunday, everybody's at church. And if people are not in church, they want everybody to think that they're sick, and that's why they're not going to church, so they're staying home. So this is a perfect day for this fox. They can run right out. They can casually walk right through the streets of the town and not have to worry at all. They can be seen. There's something here about this totem pole. Once you put up that totem pole, everybody's going to see it. You can't put it away. You know, once Moana put that shell there, that's it. You know, she's putting the shell there. Once she took that boat and she stole it and she went, you know, that's it. She came back and there's this tail. She's the voyager now. There is no going back, right? And there is some kind of a point where there was a way that you could still be this and do this, but hide it. Moana would still sneak off and go to the ocean, you know, for a little bit. Whatever, you know, dance and the sea would part and they give her the heart of Te Fiti and whatever. Right? But then she would go back to the village and be like, yeah, I love it here. This is great. You know? So there comes a point where no, you're going on this ship now. You're going on this raft thing. You're gonna go on this voyage. That's it. You're gonna leave. That's the thing. There's a point where the fox is like, hey, I'm here. Deal with it. I'm here. This is where I stand. And me showing you who I really am, okay? Are you going to be my friend? This is the fox and the hound right here. Maybe the fox and the hound, they were communicating through an open window. The dog didn't see the fox. He assumed it was another dog. And the fox is like, hey, I'm a fox now. Now you know. Okay. What are we going to do about this? Right? And that's the thing, is those that will turn on you, they would have turned on you all along. There is faithfulness, there is loyalty. I don't think it's going to happen from everybody, but it's going to happen from the ones that were meant to be able to enjoy the fact that they know you and they knew the journey. They were there for the journey here. And that may be no one. That may be no one, but there are other things that will come in that are destined for you. Yeah. That's what this is talking about. This is just showing me the movie John Carter now. And in that movie, I'm not going to give it away, but it's an amazing movie. It's on Disney Plus, I think. What a movie. And, they say it. They say, hey, there's all these weird things. And nobody understands this guy, right? His uncle. And the lawyer guy says, hey, you don't get the kind of riches that your uncle had being like everybody else. So there's something here about this. Really embrace this uniqueness. You really embracing this uniqueness. It's very important. The Death card here. There's something here that's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. This is very interesting. Yeah. Okay. Because what you have here, this priest is kind of like saying, whoa, 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 Death. I know you're here, but I see you got the king. There's a child here, but I'm a priest. So clearly you're not here for me. There's more people in the town. If they're right that way, I'll show you to that. And Death's like, no, I'm here for you. There's something here that someone has been running from that they can't run from anymore. And that's it. And there is a destiny that you cannot run from. There is a destiny here that you can't just not be that. No. It's kind of like Harry Potter can't not be Harry Potter. You're Harry Potter. Get over it. You got to deal with it. You got to deal with the bad parts of it. You got to deal with the good parts of it. But you're the one. You're the one. There's something here that you're the one. There's no other way. There is no other way. And there is a price to pay with that. But there is also the endless opportunity that is being given to you. Look at this. Wealth. I'm telling you, wealth. I'm telling you a foundation like never before. I'm telling you loyalty, people in your corner like never before. There's 2 dogs now. So this is multiplying. That's the thing, is this is multiplying and growing. Growing from losing everything, right? To walking through this portal to having something new to commit to. It's like the second you drop this, you let it be dropped, and you let your position where you are, you show where you stand, there is something so beautiful being presented to you. And this is a whole new world that you're walking through this portal into this whole new world, whole new life. And then all of this can amass, and it's multiplying. That's the thing. You know, it's building here. Money, fortune, this 10 of Pentacles here. You have someone, faithfulness, right? You have a dog, then you have a friend, then you have a whole party full of people. Then you have, it's your celebration that everybody's going to. You see how this is building. And this builds very quickly. It's very, very quickly. And the reason that it does is because there's something here that you're embodying. You're embodying mind, body, and spirit, this eternal child. This is very powerful. This is something that is, people can very easily mistake you for being very naive, for being someone who is not wise, but you're the exact opposite. And here is the thing, you always come out on top. And here is why. Because whatever happens, you always, that light, the spark in your heart, you never deny it. This is something that you're transitioning into doing, that you're meant to bring this to the world. The world is meant to see this through you. You could be very, very sensitive to bright lights. You could be very sensitive to bright lights. There could be something that, look at this here. Wow. There's something that it's meant to be seen, that you could be working on. And look at this. This is your inner child. This is this eternal child. This is your, there's something here that you're doing that's so innocent. It's so beautiful. It could be for children. It could involve children. Yeah. Wow. This is very big. This is very important here. Very important here. Because what are you welding together? You're welding together different aspects of yourself. Different aspects of yourself. When you accept your intuition at such a high level, you can be childlike. Most intelligent people on the planet, they can be like a kid. Because that means you're actually putting your intelligence to work for you. Let's say you're the most intelligent person on the planet, but you're also the most miserable person on the planet. Are you really that smart? If you're going to use your intelligence for anything, you think you would use it to see, to understand this wisdom, that having this childlike joy and curiosity, that is the wisest thing anyone can do. And this is the thing, is you see that. There's something here that you bring. You're pairing two things, two opposing things. You bring things together in a way and represent something that this world has not seen before. It hasn't seen before. And this took a lot of discipline on your part and work on your part. Work on yourself to get to this point. And the universe is rewarding you. It's like the universe is paying you to be a child. It's paying you to be carefree. which is also paying you to be the wisest one in the room. Every room that you will ever go in. I just saw 2, 4, 5, 6. This is building. You're building something here. This is something big. This is something that no one can take away ever. And in the movie John Carter, he does that. He does something that is pairing two completely different worlds together. Something out of neither world has. And now he has it in both of those worlds. And this is the thing here that you're doing. I'm telling you, this is insane. I'm telling you. You have the Empress here, you have the Fool, you have the Hierophant here. Okay. There's something here that you can do where it's so new and innocent, but it is so at the same time giving birth to something, right? If you're, the Empress is pregnant, excuse me, if you're giving birth to something, right? There is this maturity, but the Fool is completely innocent. So you're mature, you're maturing something, but you're maintaining innocence as well. And there is some kind of a standard, there is some kind of an establishment. There's a way that you're making something established. You're making something here. And this is how it is, but it is also free at the same time. And this is an old tradition, but this is completely new. Couldn't be more new. And this is both of those together, right? The Empress, it has completely evolved to being completely receiving, being given so much, but she is also about to give birth. So it's the complete opposite of this version that has made it all the way to about to embark on something completely new. And it's like a circle. It's a circle. Where does it start? Where does it end? It just is. And that's the thing about your energy. It just is. And this is what draws people in. People cannot stop staring at you. Animals will start to stare at you. They want to be near you. Babies, they want to come by you. Okay? Equally, people could be very much so repelled by your energy. This is the thing here. There's some kind of joy, and people are either, captivated by you, or they are repulsed. Who cares? Who cares? Let them do their thing, right? This is something really big that you're doing here because you decided to take something. There was something little that was given to you. This little hunch, and you decided to take it, and you let everything that was meant to fall apart, you let it fall apart. You didn't try to stop it from falling apart. You said, no, this is broken, this is shattered, this is not a foundation really, so I'm gonna allow it to fall apart. And that's all you had to do. That's the only thing. Yeah. And now look, this carefree bliss. Wow. You're destined for something very big. Very, very big. And it's like you're going to be taken care of so that you get to be this carefree, eternal child. To show others that if they actually heal themselves, if they actually let go, if they actually forgive themselves, this is like a trust fall with the universe. Yeah. If they actually do that, they can also get to this point where everything is being taken care of for them. And they get to live carefree, joy in their bliss. Wow. Okay, Leo, this is what I have for you. This is beautiful. Thank you so much. If you would like a personal reading, the information is in the description. Also, I have a hypnosis channel where you can see one of my past lives. And also, if you're interested in booking a hypnosis session with me, the information is in the description.